Alright, what's going on? It's Talking Giants. Bobby Skinner here with the Week 9 film review. Got about 18 to 20 plays we're going to go through, going, chronologically through the offense and defense. Some big picture thoughts. Patrick Graham, I don't think is doing much different, and we've been giving Patrick Graham a lot of praise. I think it's a combination of they're playing some quarterbacks who aren't as patient the past few weeks, and Carr, Mahomes, and definitely Sam Darnold. So it's playing into hey, you're gonna have to beat us by 1,000 cuts strategy. But it's just, I think it's the players are playing better. McKinney, you saw McKinney. McKinney, I was kind of disappointed with McKinney to start this season. He balled out in this game. Quincy Roche is an upgrade over O'Shane Zimenez and Lorenzo Carter. Just getting some semblance of a pass rush. Not a great pass rush, but a semblance of a pass rush has made the difference. They're still playing man on third down. They're still doing some of the soft zone stuff. And I think Darnay Holmes has played better than what they were getting out of their nickel corner spot before. And the biggest difference I'll say is they put James Bradbury on Travis Kelce and Darren Waller. And they pit different guys on Waller this week, but that is the one, okay, that's a big time adjustment. But the rest, I think, it's been players playing better, and Patrick Graham throwing some stuff in. But anyways, an offense, not happy with the game plan. The first drive of the game, they threw the ball on all 3 first downs, and they scored a touchdown. The rest of the game, they ran the ball on 16 of 19 first downs, which put their offensive line when they did need to throw the ball in bad situations. But we'll go through all of it. Let's start it off, though, with a play with the formation you just don't see in the NFL. We got 6 offensive linemen, Corey Cunningham in, and then 2 fullbacks and a tailback. Again, this doesn't need any huge breaking down. You've got Skura kicking out, Penny leading, Cullen Gillespie leading, and Devontae Booker gets himself 4 or 5 yards. Am I going to break this down a ton? No, I just wanted to point out that we ran this formation. Here's something I will say, though. I don't think this was a read option. I think this was just a handoff. But if I'm watching this film, I'm Jason Garrett. I'm seeing this. They're putting 9 guys in the box essentially, which means they're going to be vulnerable over the top. I'm seeing this safety play this, and I'm thinking I might tell DJ to keep this. We might have another Philly touchdown, or almost touchdown, where he stumbles if he keeps that. So that's something I would come back to and try the next week or whenever. Again, not going to go through a bunch of the running plays. We did that on the O-line report, but this was a beautiful one right here. Just easy as can be for Devontae Booker. I think Saquon turns this into 6, by the way. You got Saquon with the safety one-on-one right here. I think he's turning this into 6. Let's go through the blocking. You got double team here. They're getting movement. And this is what makes it right here. Caden Smith and Kyle Rudolph do decent jobs blocking. They don't get squeezed down too much. But Matt Parrott and Matt Skura. Movement. We haven't seen movement out of our offensive linemen. You are moving that guy off the ball. Washing up this safety linebacker. Beautiful. Again, and I had people telling me that, Saquon doesn't hit this hole. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. There's no dancing on this play. It's take the hand off, the hole's there, go. I don't think Saquon's dancing on this. I think Saquon's going. And this was the worst, run defense we've played all year, essentially. And that's even with Nate Solder doing a bad job on the backside. A good 18-yard run out of Devontae Booker. This play. So I had somebody point out to me, hey, I thought Kadarius Toney, because he only had 1 target, was open on some drag routes. There was 3 plays where people, where that could have been. This was the only one where I think DJ should have thrown it. So what do we got on here? Again, I just don't think this part of, you got Elijah Penny right here. I think this is just DJ Reed in the middle of the field. And he knows the offensive line isn't great, and he bails early. You should be reading this player. If this player sticks right here, you should be getting the tight end on the over route. If he plays under Kadarius Toney, you hit the tight end on the over route. But he bails, but he bails at the same time that DJ bails. If DJ just sticks in here for just another quarter of a second, you got Tony. You've got Tony on this. Like, this was the one time in the game where I'm like, okay, he should have thrown this to Tony. Ends up gaining, a good 5 yards out on first down, so it's not a horrible first down play. But again, let's look at the protection. Step up. He's bailing at this point to get this ball to Tony. Even if you're scrambling, throw it. Throw it to Tony. Throw this ball to Tony. Ends up getting 5 yards. Next play, we get a touchdown, though. So, it's when you throw a touchdown the next play, you forget some of the mistakes. It's just a simple play action post wheel to Evan Ingram. So you got the one safety in the middle of the field, which indicates like, hey, we could take a shot here. So you got play action. Freezes the linebackers, even though they drop back. And essentially, you're reading off of what this safety does. If this safety bails, then you're going to hit Colin Johnson on this post. The safety plays on the post. DJ gives Evan Ingram a chance. Evan Ingram will, dropped all those simple passes last year, but the contested tough catches he makes. Very simple read. Good throw, better catch. We'll see it from the other angle. Got time up front. Slaughter's going to get beat inside, but again, enough time. Good footwork. Step into the throw. Beautiful catch by Evan Ingram. Beautiful catch. Now, this could have been put out ahead of him a little more. But DJ lets his guy make a play. Evan Ingram makes a play. 7 points. Giants throwing the ball on first down. They're moving the ball downfield, score a touchdown. That ended with this drive. All right, defense. They gave up a touchdown first drive of the game and then clamped down after that. Here was a third down. Hunter Renfro's a really good route runner out of the slot. This ball goes to Darnay Holmes. Again, the Giants you're going to see, on third down, they ran man coverage. Like, this is man. You got the one safety high. This player playing under. You're manned up here. Man. This is man coverage. So Darnay breaks at the sticks. Hunter Renfrow gives him that. Someone said I said Hunter Renfrow. It's Hunter Renfrow. Gives him that stutter, that stop and go. And that's all the separation you need for a first down. This safety's playing, you got Adoree Jackson playing outside leverage with this safety. Good route by Renfrow. Darnay, you're trying to stop him short of the sticks, is playing aggressive, playing underneath on it, and it ends up being a first down. And then Renfrow beats James Bradbury for a touchdown. I mean, I've watched a decent amount of the Raiders this year. Renfrow kills it on these nods. I mean, look at all this action. Out, in, out, in, out. Again, James Bradbury's been playing really well. I think that's a big reason why the defense has looked better. It's just James Bradbury playing well. But he gives up a touchdown on this one. But man coverage in the red zone. It's a theme of this game. This is a good run play. Good job. This is what I want to see out of Tay Crowder more. This is the Tay Crowder that we not fall in love with, but liked last year. Played aggressive. I feel like he's thinking too much. Play your gap and go. And Dexter Lawrence had a really good game. But again, trust everyone else is doing their job, Tay Crowder. Stop trying to do too much. Trust that Xavier McKinney's playing in the alley. Trust that Leonard Williams is playing this. Trust that Azeez Ojulari is going to, shed this tight end. And shoot that gap. Because there's been too many times this year where he sits. Go. Shoot that gap and go. And then Dexter Lawrence, playing his gap, moves that shoulder. Bam. I mean, Dexter Lawrence had himself a game. Wham! I need to do put like a social clip of Dexter Lawrence. I mean, just big time play. Sexy Dexy. Beautiful stuff. This was the strip sack. So the Giants actually try and go back to the post wheel. But they tag it with that same, the route where that I said that he should have hit Tony on. They tag it with the same thing, where you got the tight end on the over, and then Tony on the drag. But you have the post is covered right here, and then this is just not this. There's no position to throw this. But anyways, Jones isn't even looking at this. The post wheel may have just been like, hey, you guys are gonna be worked as a clear out. Because you see Jones is working towards the middle of the field. And he can't really throw it here. I mean, maybe he can anticipate and throw it here to Ingram, but it's not. I don't know if it's going to be the greatest throw. And then the difference of this, that last time this guy bailed out, and this may have been like, hey, let's get back to this. He's going to bail. Let's hit Tony. Well, in this time he stays underneath. And he picks up Tony. Ends up getting sacked, fumble. And the Giants 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4-step drop. I talked about this play on the offensive line report, obviously. You see DJ realizes, like, oh, when it's not there, that, like, he realizes, like, okay, I got to protect this ball. Because the protection is, let's watch both the tackles. And this is not a good job by either one of these tackles. It's a horrible job. But at the same time, they are not setting up for, 5, 6, 7, step drops. They are, in their mind, the blocking scheme is like, hey, give them the corners. 1, 2. Here's the issue, is that Parrott leans like crazy. And again, watch the O-line report. Gets beat. Strip sack. Nate Solder gets spun inside. And DJ's, goes to put the extra hand on it, and fumbles. And another fumble, a strip sack. Frustrating. All right, we are here in the red zone again. Again, man coverage. You're going to see this. Red zone, man coverage. This is on 2nd and goal. Gives play action. We're manned up everywhere. Got Xavier McKinney on Waller. I'm telling you, they threw everyone at Waller. He's not going to go there. You got James Bradbury on Zay Jones. That's covered up. You got Ragland on the running back. And then Logan Ryan, playing underneath. And then Adoree Jackson, who's been playing great in great man coverage. Let's view it from the other angle, though. Like, it's just good man coverage. I don't need to, teach you X's and O's on that. Good job by Tay Crowder. Reading your keys. It's play action. Diagnose. All right, he doesn't have the ball. Get out. Get back into my zones. Bail. Gets a hand on it. Gets in a throwing lane. This isn't going to be completed either way, I don't think. In fact, I think Tay Crowder, low-key, may have made this almost more catchable. But Tay Crowder gets a hand on it, tips it up. I think it's just overthrown if Tay Crowder doesn't get his hand on it. And then we got 3rd down and goal. Again, man coverage. The safety's playing the goal line. We got man. Safety's playing the goal line. Just great man coverage on Darren Waller by James Bradbury. He whips back in. You're there, right in his hip pocket. Incompletion. Now you got to kick a field goal. Again, so this isn't, I'm very impressed with Patrick Graham. I love what Patrick Graham's doing, but this isn't, the quote Joe Judge, some guru scream. That's just man coverage. That's man coverage with 2 safeties. Next play. This play has been in my head all day, and I've sent this play to people. Like, what's your opinion on this? What should have happened? Because it's such a do or die play. and this ends up being a sack, but it very well could have been a touchdown, but it also could have been a strip sack. And I've tried to time it up and see what it is, and I'm frustrated because I don't have it, and something I have said, talking about Daniel Jones just in general, not on the film reviews, just, and you guys know I try to point out everything that's significant on these without going overkill. Because Daniel Jones' touchdown number is critiqued, and rightfully so, but my thing has been like, find me the touchdowns that are there that he's not hitting. Because they haven't been there. And that's, the frustrating part of the scheme. But here, man, there could have been one. And the Giants don't run true four verts, and then they finally run true four verts. And I think you should run four verts 5 times a game. It sounds Madden-like, but it's real life, and some coaches do that. So you have 4 verts. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go through Daniel Jones' mind. So first you got the safety shading over to this side with Evan Ingram and Kenny Galladay. That makes sense, right? They've got man coverage on it. So now the safety's deciding which way you're going. Safety follows the eyes of Daniel Jones. His eyes move the safety. He's not going to throw that to Rudolph. He's not going to throw that out and up to Slayton. When he turns back, he has Evan Ingram. You have Evan Ingram for a touchdown. You have to be able to make that throw, and he ends up being sacked. So it should be, you see, as he turn, cock back, throw that ball, trigger, get in your swing and go. And I even made a breakdown from that. I kind of had one planned out, like, hey, this is a touchdown that Daniel Jones has to, I was going to put it on social media. This is the touchdown that Daniel Jones has to happen. But then when you look at it from this angle, Matt Skura does a horrible job picking up this stunt to the point where they're getting where they want to stunt, and Ngakoue realizes, like, hey, I don't need to stunt. They screwed this up. I just go. I don't need to come back inside. I don't need to waste any time. And so, let's look. When Daniel Jones turns his shoulders, that is when the throw should start. You turn your shoulders and pull the trigger. Does this end up in a strip sack? That's my question. Does it? I don't know. I've sent it to people who do film, and no one gave me a definitive answer. I timed it out. It's like 0.16 seconds between, Ngakoue from being from here to here. It's tough to say, but it frustrates the crap out of me because it could have been 6. If this gets blocked even halfway decent, this could have been 6. And that's what's, where you can get into Garrett's defense a little bit. Now, where I would say is, hey, no one has told you to not be conservative over these past 3 weeks with your offensive line banged up, but you've gone too conservative. Because you should see this and be like, all right, we're coming back to it. Next time when we're in the red zone, we're coming back to this. And it's going to be like, hey, chip on that side. Chip on that side, slide to the other one. Let's get 3 for 2 on both sides. The Raiders don't blitz. So, they very rarely blitz. And let's come back to it. And they didn't. And they didn't come back to it. So you take a sack on second down in the red zone. And here's what's also frustrating is on that third down, you got a 3rd and long. All curls. Like not even at the marker. He's passed, but he's got this player playing underneath. He's playing the running back, but he's underneath unless you can't throw it. He's not at the marker. And you're settling for 3. It'd be one thing if they had a reputation for going for it on 4th down, that they were just trying to get yards for the 4th down. But then at that point, then you would throw the ball to Ingram here. Jones ends up scrambling and they kick a field goal. But that's frustrating, man. I feel like there should have been 6 points on this drive. I also want to point out that Daniel Jones, let's watch this. His demeanor takes a hit, doesn't get phased, and it's just no reaction. He just has no reaction. He's a psychopath. Anyways, next play. What do we got? This was a missed opportunity. Speaking of missed opportunities for touchdowns, here was the Raiders one. This could have been a touchdown to Waller. This should have been a touchdown to Waller, to be honest. I mean, Bradbury gets beat, and Bradbury did a good job against Waller for the most part. You know, he wasn't matched up on him all the time. But again, you got man coverage. You got these two guys playing underneath. And Carr just misses him. I meant to clip the end zone view because he does have pressure on this, you know, so that affects the throw. So you could have to, I guess you can view it from here. You know, he doesn't get his feet into this. You see he's flat-footed. I meant to clip the end zone angle, my bad. But he's flat-footed on this, and that has to do with it. So, you know, and that's where I'm talking about, you know, the Giants' defense and Patrick Graham. I was like, I don't think he's doing too much different. He's doing some things different. Again, you know, putting Bradbury on a tight end. But essentially, you know, that's their number one wide receiver. So it's not even that different. You know, so it's like, hey, this is a play where Bradbury gets beat, but because you have any semblance of a pass rush, this is a bad throw. You know, and Carr should still make this throw at the end of the day. You know, if you're, you know, doing a film review for the Raiders, doesn't matter if there's a pass rush, you need to make this throw. But that's the reality, what a pass rush does. And that's what screwed the Giants in the beginning part of the season, is that they couldn't get any pass rush. So it's like, hey, you can't win on man coverage. You're not going to win in man coverage all the time, especially when you're facing guys like Darren Waller. But they have no pass rush. I mean, the weakest pass rush in the entire NFL, and beautiful, clean pockets. So it was easy for QBs to find these easy reads because you're not going to win in man coverage. And we're going to go, I mean, we're going to go through it. You're going to see it. They lock dudes down in man coverage. What's the point of having music like that in your vehicle, person that drove by? Is that enjoyable for people to listen to music like that? I'm being an old man here right now, and I was mid-rant, which pisses me off even more. Yeah, you guys just got a glimpse into my anger. I almost walked out the door. But especially since I was mid-rant. But I'm leaving all this stuff in. That's the Bobby Skinner experience. But like you're going to see, they lock him down in man all game. So it's nice that the one time he gets beat, you get a semblance of a pass rush. So, and the Raiders end up kicking a field goal. Here is the McKinney pick six. Now, I'm not going to go too detailed into this. We put out a separate video for this play because it's so beautiful from what Patrick Graham's doing, but I'm going to keep it simple. You want the in and out details, go watch that video. It's on the channel. Essentially, Darnay Holmes hides the blitz. Patrick Graham disguises it as a too high look, but it turns into cover 3. You leave this zone vacated, you know, and then McKinney, it's like, hey, you're replacing Darnay Holmes, and you're playing outside leverage underneath. Good range, drive through it, pick 6. I mean, this is awesome stuff from McKinney. Great instincts, and you know, he hasn't done stuff like this the first 7 games of the season. I thought he had a good game versus the Chiefs, but like the first 7 games of the season, he wasn't playing like this. Drive through it, pick 6. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Again, disguising it as cover 4, cover 2, or man coverage on 3rd and long. And you create 7 points. And you win because of that. You know, you win 23-16. I don't think you win the game if you don't get that play. Here, again, I just want to show off Dexter Lawrence. Good job on Trent Harris on this, too, that they're pulling. You see these guys move down, so they're trying to widen these gaps. Good job by Trent Harris. Squeezing this down. Squeeze it down. Squeeze it down. Don't give him a lot of space. He's got his this is what the offensive lineman wants. Dexter Lawrence, bench press off. Bam, stopping the hole, stopping him in the hole, and then you get to celebrate. I love Dexter Lawrence celebrations more than anything. All right, we got ourselves another red zone 3rd down. Bend, don't break. So what are we going to get from the Giants here? More man coverage. More man coverage. And it's good. And you have the two safeties playing the middle of the field. Man coverage here. Hey, guess what? They like to do these double moves. We're going to be on top of it. We're bracketing you. Please try these double moves, because we're here for your ass. Manned up. Bracketing. Aaron Robinson. Man coverage. You want Darren Waller? We've got our number one cornerback on Darren Waller. And completion. Now you got to kick a field goal. And guess what? More pressure up front by Leonard Williams, by the big cat. Look at those violent hands. Violent, quick hands. Bull rush. Hands inside. Drive his ass back. Get your hands up. Throwing off his back foot. Doesn't even give Darren Waller a chance. Again, I don't think Patrick Graham's doing anything much different. And it's why I've liked Patrick Graham, even when they were struggling. Things I disagreed with. These are just players showing up. You got a 3-man rush and you get some fucking pass rush out of this. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. And now you're keeping them the 3. All right, we're back on offense. The Raiders don't blitz, but they blitz on this play. Cover 0. Cover 1. But they're sending 6 because you're keeping your running back in. These guys are essentially clear outs. You got Tony on the drag if this was covered. But good job by Kenny Galladay. Pressing him off. Get inside leverage. Bam. Completion on 3rd down. Completion on 3rd and long. Great poise by Jones. Bad blitz pickup by Will Hernandez. Bad blitz pickup by Devontae Booker. Hands in his face. We talked about, with Carr, having the throw with pressure in his face. Great throw. Getting the ball to Kenny Galladay on 3rd down. Let's try and do more of that type of stuff. Good stuff there. Move the chains. All right, back on defense again. And again, we are red zone. 3rd down. Man coverage. Playing with the 2 safeties. Although this time we're using Tay Crowder as a safety. Man coverage. Aaron Robinson pressed up versus Brian Edwards. Good job. Good job, young fella. Adoree Jackson manned up with Zay Jones. Good job. James Bradbury, Darren Waller. Good job. Holmes giving the inside to Renfro, but you got these safeties. You playing down on it. And then you got Logan Ryan. Gives up the catch. I thought Jacobs was going to break this. We'll see it from the other angle. Big time tackle by Logan Ryan. What a tackle. I mean, and then they go for the field goal and miss. And let's give Reggie Ragland. Again, pressure. You're stunting. They don't pick it up. He comes off to help Roche. Now you got Reggie Ragland giving pressure off a stunt. Pressure and man coverage. That's how you win on 3rd downs. And that's how they were losing on 3rd downs early in the season. Because they weren't getting any pressure. They were getting somebody beat in man coverage. It's player execution. It's players playing. Next play. What do we got? 3rd and 7. This is the Daniel Jones run on 3rd and 7. DJ's reading this safety right here. Evan Ingram on the over. Kenny Galladay on the hook. You can maybe tell, say, hey, DJ, pull the trigger to Ingram. It's 3rd and 7, but hey, pull the trigger on this. Give Ingram a shot, even though it's maybe not the best situation. But he's reading this. This safety sits on it. Run. Dun, 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 dun. See it from the other angle is better. Check over here. Step up. The safety sits on it. You're not going to throw that ball to Kenny Golladay. Run. And then, whoop! Gets the extra 2 yards for the first down. Spin. First down, New York Giants. Bam. Ended up giving the ball back. Or kicked the field. I can't remember on that drive. Second McKinney interception. This one is pretty simple. They know Carr likes to do these out and ups with the pump. You see? Gives him the pump. Out. Up. And McKinney just reads his eyes and there's a ball hawk on this play. And it's underthrown. And Bradbury stumbles out of it. But even if this ball is not underthrown, McKinney's making this play. Maybe not an interception, but he's making this play. I mean, you see, he tracks the ball and undercuts it because of where the ball is. Again, playing center field safety. When's the last time we saw a Giant center field safety make a play on an interception on the sideline? I legit can't remember it. Like a center, I'm not talking about, a safety getting an interception deep. A center field safety going from the middle of the field to the sideline. I can't remember the last time that happened. We'll see from the other angle. This is a really good catch and good job by McKinney to, again, catch the ball and bring both feet inbounds. Again, pump. As soon as he pumps, his eyes are still over there. McKinney breaks on it. And all these people pretend that it's out of bounds. Out of bounds, out of bounds. Shut up, Marcus Mariota. Shut up, please. Giants get the ball back. Elijah Penny, King Penny, gets a first down run for a first down. Now he gets another first down run. Blocked really well. Good job by Corey Cunningham and Nate Solder moving down into the linebacker. Beautiful job. Good job by Kyle Rudolph moving his player down. Blocked up. Everything's blocked up. Everyone's blocking their man, but you got an extra man. They stacked it. Well, that's what they tell the running back. That's your man. We'll block all these guys. That's your man. Stuns him. Puts those thighs into him. Keep up. First down. Don't get a taunting penalty. Even though he probably wanted to. But first down, New York Giants. You're in field goal range. And you're going to stay in field goal range. Because on third down in that drive, you got 3rd and 10. This is frustrating. Short of the sticks. If you're going to throw short of the sticks on third down, maybe don't do the bootleg for 1 yard to Elijah Penny on second down. After, a first down run where you don't gain any yards and then a second down throw to Elijah Penny. And, and this is, I hate being like, hey, maybe audible, but this safety, unless he bails, and if he bails, you can throw to Ingram. You got press man with Kenny Golladay. Alert it outside. Get your shot with Kenny Golladay. But what's frustrating is it's a freaking curl. It's a curl. Instead of, giving Kenny Golladay a shot here, and I get it's a contested throw, but that's what you signed Kenny Golladay for. And again, route short of the sticks. This player's, this is where you're making the read off of. This player stays over here to shut down if you were to want to throw to Tony. He stays here. You hit Ingram. He's making the correct read, but the correct read sucks. I hate that correct read. Only kick 3. That's frustrating. But then Quincy Roche ends the game. And again, what do we got here, guys? What do you know? We've got ourselves some man coverage. Man with safety. or Crowder playing, or with, linebacker playing under, safety playing over. And Quincy Roche gets a sack like everyone expects all sacks to be. Like, I hate the term coverage sacks. This is like the only type of sack people give players credit for. They don't all happen like this, but when they do happen like this, it's beautiful. Quincy Roche out of Miami from the U. Spent most of his time at Temple, but I'm a Miami guy, so I'm going to claim him. Hand swipe, dip, gets held. Maybe not, but it looks like it. Gets called. Dip, get horizontal, get down the line of scrimmage. Grab that ball out. Wham. Good stuff, Quincy Roche. Good stuff, rookie. Good stuff, guy that was drafted in the 6th round and then cut, claimed off waivers. Good stuff, guy outperforming Lorenzo Carter and O'Shane Zimenez. He's so good with his hands. And, if you've been paying attention to me during draft stuff, I fall in love with edge rushers who use their hands really well. Roche is one of them, man. He keeps his hands moving. He keeps his feet moving. He keeps his motor going. And he calls game for the New York Giants strip sack. And then Logan Ryan blows up Josh Jacobs. Good stuff, Logan Ryan. Going for the ball. Leonard Williams picks it up. Bites the ball. Bam, bam, bam. And we get ourselves a Giants victory. And then we, then we could laugh at stuff like this instead of, nitpicking it. So, Giants win. It's always fun. We'll be back. We got some stuff coming out. I mentioned draft. We'll do a midseason mock draft out later this week. Mailbag podcast, all that good stuff. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys. Let's go Big Blue.